ایک ابرآلود شام بخیر اور دا بلیک ہول میں آپ سب کو خوش آمدید. دنیا بہت تیزی سے بدل رہی ہے لیکن یہ اتنی اہم بات نہیں ہے. اہم بات یہ ہے کہ اس تبدیلی کی جو باغ دوڑ ہے وہ اب عمر رسیدہ یا تجربہ کار لوگوں کے ہاتھ میں نہیں ہے، بلکہ جوانوں ہی کیا، نوجوانوں اور نوجوانوں ہی کیا، اب یوں کہیے کہ نئی نسل بھی جو ہے اس تبدیلی کی جو ہے وہ ایک اسٹیمولنٹ کے طور پہ سامنے آ رہی ہے. اور ہمارے سامنے آئے روز ایسی مثالیں ملتی ہیں کہ کم عمر بچے بھی اور جو ٹین ایجرز ہیں وہ بھی علم، ہنر، تحقیق، تخلیق اور تعلیم کے میدان میں اپنی اپنی کامیابی کے جھنڈے گاڑ رہے ہیں. آج کا سیشن بھی کچھ اسی طرح کا ہے. آج ہم ان کم عمر لیکن باصلاحیت نوجوانوں، ان کم عمر لیکن باصلاحیت بچوں سے ایک طرح سے متعارف کرائیں گے آپ کو، جو ٹیکنالوجی، ٹیک، بزنس، انٹرپرینورشپ اور مصنوعی ذہانت کے میدان میں اپنی نہ صرف دلچسپی رکھتے ہیں بلکہ اپنے آئیڈیاز بھی رکھتے ہیں، اور وہ ان آئیڈیاز کو، ان خوابوں کو کیا کہنا چاہیے کہ وہ حقیقت میں ڈھالنے کے لیے پیشنیٹ بھی ہیں. میرے دائیں جانب ہیں احمد حیات اور میرے بائیں جانب ہیں مشعل شوکت. یہ دونوں بہن بھائی ہیں. میں مختصر سا تعارف کرواتا جو میں مشعل آپ سے شروع کرتا ہوں. مشعل او لیولز کی اسٹوڈنٹ ہیں. آپ انٹرپرینورشپ اور ٹیک میں انٹرسٹڈ ہیں، پیشنیٹ ہیں، گرافک ڈیزائننگ میں. احمد حیات میرے دائیں جانب ہیں. آپ یو آر مور انٹو تھیوریٹیکل اینڈ ٹیکنیکل سائڈ. آپ کا جو ڈومیننٹ انٹرسٹ ہے دیٹ از ہی از پرسوئنگ ان سیمی کنڈکٹر چپ ڈیزائننگ اینڈ مینوفیکچرنگ ایز ویل ایز ویب ڈیزائننگ، اور جو ایپ ڈیولپمنٹ ہے اس میں آپ بڑے پیشنیٹ ہیں. تو آج ہم ان سے جانیں گے کہ یہ کس طریقے سے ٹیکنالوجی، اے آئی اور انٹرپرینورشپ کے بارے میں سیکھ رہے ہیں، جان رہے ہیں اور اپنے خیالات کو، اپنے آئیڈیاز کو امپلیمنٹ کرنے کے لیے تبدو بھی کر رہے ہیں. آپ لوگوں کی آمد کا بہت شکریہ، خاص طور پہ اتنی بارش والے اور بلکہ کیا اولے کو کیا کہتی ہیں، ہیل اسٹارم کے موسم میں آپ لوگ یہاں پہ تشریف لائے ہیں. تھوڑی سی زحمت کر کے، ہاں جالا باری، تھوڑی سی زحمت کر کے اپنے سیل فونس کائنڈلی سائلنٹ موڈ پہ سوئچ کر لیں سو دیٹ دیر از نو ڈسٹریکشن. پہلے مشعل اور احمد جو ہے اپنی پریزنٹیشن دیں گے تو ہم ان کے کام کے بارے میں، ان کے پیشن کے بارے میں جانیں گے. اس کے بعد کنورسیشن ہوگی. اس کے لیے میں تعارف کرواتا جو میرے سامنے تشریف فرما ہے محمد صدیقی. آپ ٹیک انٹرپرینور ہیں. آپ کی ایم ایس ہے ان اے آئی، فل اسٹیک جاوا اسکرپٹ ڈیولپر ہیں. محمد صدیقی بلیوز ان ہولسٹک اپروچ ٹو نالج اینڈ اپریسیشن آف سائیکالوجی، فلاسفی اینڈ ویژول آرٹس. ہم نے ان سے درخواست کی کہ آئیں اور ان بچوں کو جو ہے اپنی تھوڑی گائیڈنس، اپنی سپرویژن سے نوازیں، کیونکہ جو ہماری جوان نسل ہے وہی اس نئی نسل کو جو ہے آگے بڑھنے کے لیے مواقع فراہم کرے گی، گائیڈنس دے گی، اور پھر کیوں نہیں یہ ملک ترقی کرے گا. تو چلیں اب ہم ویلکم کرتے ہیں مشعل شوکت آن مائی لیفٹ اور احمد حیات آن مائی رائٹ. تھینک یو ویری مچ.
Hello, everyone can hear me? Okay, so my name is Mashal and today I will be presenting. Ahmed, do you want to introduce yourself? A short intro. On.
I'm Ahmed Hayat, currently in the process of making a semiconductor chip and working on artificial intelligence. How can you guys, students, use artificial intelligence for their businesses? Now, I am a semiconductor chip manufacturer, in the process of semiconductor chip development. Currently, NSTEP and Huawei International Company and including NUST University is supporting me in this project. And yeah, today I'm here, to explain these kind of students how can you use artificial intelligence for their work.
Okay, so for me, I'm interested and passionate about entrepreneurs. Not only I want to start a business, but I also want to teach other young students, entrepreneurs, and how to stand on your feet. I'm also right now enrolled in FI program. So FI program is an funding. It give you funding, mentors, and training regarding business. So I'm currently enrolled in that. And other than that, I also have experience in graphic designing. Yeah, okay. So here's some key points. I'm a business student. I'm passionate about business. So I am in the progress of making and startup business, and I'm currently studying business. Now, other than that, passionate about business growth and innovation, and eager to gain experience and information and other skills. Ahmed. So this is Ahmed's introduction, but we will come to this later. Now, startup business. This will be my segment. I will be explaining this. What is business? So now, what is business? Many people think business, when you start business, it should be perfect. And like beginning everything, you should have the funding and mentors. But business is not like this. In the business, you just have to start. Nothing is perfect. Nothing should have been planned. In business, you just have to start. Now, these are some 4 key points. Profit. So, as you know, business, we do business to create funding and profit. So, first is profit motive. The main aim is to earn income or profit, as everyone in this room knows. Now, production or exchange. So in business, you give a customer a service, whether it is in software, whether it is in hardware. You give them a service, and in return, it gives you money, of course. So this is the second point. The third is customer satisfaction. Keep in mind, this is really important for a business. If your customer is, you have to keep your customer happy. This is the rule of business. If your customer is not happy, that's not good. So the third one is customer satisfaction, and third one is regular activity. It happens continuously, not just once. You have to keep learning mistakes and product development, customer development. That's what business is. Now further on, Ahmed. Why business matters? Business creates jobs. It helps citizens, normal citizens who want to apply for jobs. It solves problems, most of important. Business solves you a problem. It's not just a product. It's give you the solution to a problem. Now, encourages innovations. As I said, new ideas, new technology, new products. So next one is generate tax revenue. So it's also help country economy and growth, and it's good for the country and government. Improve living standards. So it's also not just only help the owner, but many jobs, employees, and many persons who want to take jobs. Next we have next slide, please. Okay, so main component of a business idea. You don't just you don't just like, for example, you have an idea, okay, let's implement this, let's make a business. This is not how business works. You have to be, these are the things you should have in business: product or service. What are you offering? What is your service? Is your service worth giving to customer, worth buying? Target market, the age, the gender. What is your target? Are they market managers? Are they mother? Are who are they? Where do they live? So this is targeted market. Problem solve. For example, there is a problem that actually people face, not just your assumptions. So you take that problem and you solve it. Your product is a solution to that problem. Unique selling points. So what's make you different from other? It's also a very important point in business, because there are many companies that are offering what you are offering, but what makes your company better than other companies? So this is like a special secret sauce. What features are different from other companies? And revenue model. For example, I will give you example of Coca-Cola. They have vending machines. So for them, that is the revenue model. For companies, for other companies, tech companies, it will be like a subscription model, and that's how revenue model works. Like extra, it generates you model. Next, please. So marketing strategy. How will you promote your product? Will it be YouTube? Will it be Facebook? What is your strategy? Like what kind of market strategy do you use to promote your product? How do you link it to the customers? How do you put it to the customers? Now, startup cost and resources. What do you need for your startup? What are the things? So, this is also important, because if you don't know what you are going or what you need, your startup will fail. And here are 3 traits of successful entrepreneur. These are the things you will be needed: a proper vision, confident, of course, risk taking, be brave. Risk taking is essential for business. Hard work. Hard work and adaptability. That's what you need for be a successful entrepreneur. Thank you. Now it's Ahmed. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I hope you're feeling well. Can you move? We'll talk about artificial intelligence, how artificial intelligence work, and how can you use artificial intelligence for your daily work. Let's move on. So, starting with my introduction, my background is that I have been working on web development and app development. Currently, I'm working on a semiconductor chip project. Well, we won't go in very details, but the problem I'm currently solving is that when Israel attacked on Hamas, they attacked on pages. So on that problem, I'm currently making a semiconductor chip for the modern technology. In this project, I am supported by NAST, especially from NASTAP, as they are offering me a semiconductor chip lab, and especially Huawei International Company. Now focus on advanced semiconductor chip, as I have told this. Can you move it on? Yeah, one side. Before we begin with anything, how could you use artificial intelligence for your work? You have to understand what is artificial intelligence and how the algorithm of artificial intelligence work. So first, How, let's talk about how could you use artificial intelligence. By that you could mean AI. You could use that. Let's take an example. You have a business, you have a project, you need in today I have seen a lot of freelancers. So you have a work and you want to take help from artificial intelligence. What you do, you go to artificial intelligence. Most of people they know the tools that Figma, this black box. So what you have a work, so you are a freelancer and you take that work, you tell to AI, how could I improve this, what are going to be sales coming from this, the things. So you don't have to go in so much details that you see that the algorithms and the stuff that how this artificial intelligence algorithm works. You just need to know how could you take work from artificial intelligence. So that just you need to know. You don't need to know that the algorithm or the mathematics things. So don't go in there. Just learn the basics of artificial intelligence. Anyways, now how to use an AI artificial intelligence. So there are some steps. So let's say you have a work. You identify a problem. You define your goal. Example that the documentation and prediction. Then you choose a tool, because there are many tools in artificial intelligence. As I have told already, Figma, Black Box AI, you see ChatGPT. So you could use that. You define that what tools you're going to use. Then you prepare a data that collecting data from you claim that AI that I want this work, and you tell him that what's my past history, what I was working on, now I have this question. So then you do and that's basically called planning, and then you could get a sorted answer from artificial intelligence. What's the most problem people do when they use AI is that they are not checking. Like if there is a complicated question, you have to double check it. Let's see that if you have a question and you tell to AI, sometimes, but personally, one time I'm going to tell you a story. One time I asked artificial intelligence, give me a graph. There's an option of searching. So I told it that give me a graph on this list that there are this much people which are working on this project. So it gave me the wrong graph, and when I double check, I knew that was wrong. So you have to be independent. You don't have to depend on artificial intelligence. You have to double check what you are saying. What's the answer of artificial intelligence? You have to double check that. Anyways, move on. Now this is the thing I was talking about. You see, there are many AI tools, but I have just taken these 4 tools for now. But if you go and you search on Google, there are almost thousands of AI tools which you could use. Let's take a practical example. Let's say you have a work, you are a freelancer, you are working on something. Let's say that you want to clone a website, or you want to make a website on artificial intelligence. So what you do, you go to an AI tool and you tell it, you give it the details, what kind of website do you want? Is it e-commerce? What's the website type? What it gives you a full website. It's just give you a full website in just 5 minutes, or the maximum it could take is 10 minutes. So that what was I telling you, that you don't have to go in so much details, the algorithms and the mathematics. The only thing you need to do, like as I have told you, that how to use artificial intelligence. So what you do, you just have to define your problem. What's your problem? Then you ask the AI tool, and then it will give you a solid answer. So yeah, that's just what you need to know. When you learn these things, that how could you use artificial intelligence and these stuff, then yeah, of course, then you could go in details how the artificial intelligence algorithms work, on the mathematics side. So yeah, now we will.
Okay, guys. Okay, so first of all, I really want to appreciate these guys, and the thing is that I myself is in a process of establishing my own business, tech entrepreneurship. I am offering services and solutions for now. So that establishing a business is a hell for task. Okay, you know that. So it's a very difficult thing. That's why most people maybe that's why most people don't do it. But then when they reached to me and for this event, I did a lot of thinking that shall I spend my time in this or not. Then I thought of one thing. Basically, that was my turning point for the decision, and it was like in this age, in our country, in our society, most of the people of this age are on TikTok, and they are making TikTok videos and reels. So I thought, like, this is we see it, we condemn it, we say okay, ये तो बहुत बुरी बात है, ये होना चाहिए, ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, जिंदगी को ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए. But then I saw this opportunity that this is what I can practically do something to change, to bring change in the young generation, and then they will bring change for the whole Pakistan and our country and society. So that's so what I want, that once again I want to give them a round of applause and all, like, for us also, for their interest. One thing. Okay, second is that I want to give you a little bit of exposure from my own knowledge and experience from industry. There are 2 points I want to share. I think these are very important to share with you and with you guys also. You must know that. That is how science and technology really works. Okay? So you can think of it, there is something which we study which is called ecosystem. So ecosystem means that everything in the nature, every species in the nature, even non-living things are interacting with each other and somehow we all benefiting from one another. So because this is a kids program, so more focus on that. So I would like to give you an example from Lion King. Yes. So there is a saying in Lion King. I think have anybody watched it? I think the elder generation would have. I don't know about the new generation.
Early King, is it movie?
Lion King, yes.
I don't think we have.
Okay, so Lion King. Okay. That was a cartoon movie of our times. Okay. That's the irony. We are old now. So in that there was a lion which Mufasa is the father king and Simba is the child king. So Mufasa tells to the Simba that everything you see in the nature is in a delicate balance. Okay, and we eat, like lions eat and antelopes, like some deers. But when we die, it is telling about itself that when we die, we go into the mud, and from our bodies, the grass grows up, and these antelopes or these deers, they eat us in a way. So everything is like in a delicate balance and ecosystem. So I want, but there, so we use the concept of which we called food chain. Okay, so we say lion is on the top of the food chain, right?
Yeah.
And grass is on the low side. So I want to tell you there is a technology chain also.
Okay.
Same like we have a food chain. And at the top most are the scientists. Okay, the scientists which give you theories. For example, I want to tell you that this GPS system we are using,
Yeah.
and GPS system has made possible the apps like Careem and Uber. Okay, in GPS system there are equations, mathematical equations presented by theory of relativity by Einstein, which is implemented in the GPS system. And another thing you must be interested in that the mathematics of that equation is not non-Euclidean, because that's the sphere. And you know the incident that there was a student of him which Einstein inspired to bring it with that thing. So that was a like Einstein never thought of it that his equations will give us Careem. I think many people have come here by Careem or bike here. So these are the topmost theoretical mathematician. They give you theories, and they are not thinking about their application. They are just there for the sake of knowledge, for the sake of understanding this nature and universe. At the second level are researchers, and there is a difference between research and development, R&D. The difference is that in R&D you don't do just research, you also do research and then bring some practical concrete product or process out of it.
Implemented.
You present something, okay, this is my research and this is my product, which is based on research or some service or some process. Even the process
it's
can
same
be
in the
R&D.
business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at this stage happens technology creation. This is the second level. This is the level of technology creation. They take input from scientific theories, theory of relativity, physical theories, even social scientists theories, statistics, all that. Okay, what do I mean by technology creation? ChatGPT is technology creation. Okay, Google is technology creation. Internet is technology creation. WhatsApp is kind of low, but it's a technology creation. So what happens that at this level they create some big systems, technology systems or technology things. For example, computer languages, JavaScript, Java, C. These all have been created by someone, and then like the world uses it. So this is the second level. At the third level, these are mostly engineers. At the third level are who use these ready-made technology or languages or tools to solve some business and real world problems. And this is, to me, this is not engineer level. Okay, this is a technologist or technician level. Engineer is someone who creates technology, not just uses it. And then at the fourth level are the just consumers, like we are consuming social media or YouTube or whatever. The problem here in our society is that the most of us are consumers. Okay, we don't have any social media in Pakistan. We don't have any platform. We don't have any, like, no computer language has ever. If you track down the founder of computer languages, there is no Pakistani, even Indian. Okay, there is nothing like Google, like ChatGPT. I'm always asked the question that, okay, you are telling me about that, use ChatGPT, and have you ever thought how to create ChatGPT? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have any passion? Have you ever thought of it? So at most we are just using it, or at the one upper level we are creating ready-made technologies and tech tools to solve the problems. But the problem is that we are not at the technology creation side. But the thing is that even using the tools, technology tools, that's appreciable task. That is like, I appreciate that, and this is a big task. And the thing is also, like, every person is not capable of doing everything. But I think so that's my second point, that then I have seen something that here we have some kind of mentality that कि mathematics ने हमें क्या दिया है. ठीक है, you will I think you have heard of it कि यार वो a plus b होल स्क्वायर पढ़ा था कि वो a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर नहीं होता, उसके साथ एक थर्ड टर्म 2ab वाली भी होती है, उस पर बड़े जूते खाए थे उस साथ से, बट उसने हमें क्या दिया, हमने तो कभी यूज़ नहीं किया। सर ये जो कंप्यूटर बना हुआ है ना, ये आप यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ये उसी फॉर्मूले से बना हुआ है, ठीक है। जो आप चैट जीपीटी यूज़ कर रहे हैं ना, ये उसके भी मतलब कि महान किस्म के फार्मूला से बना हुआ है, ठीक है। द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट बिकॉज वी आर नॉट फोकस्ड टूवर्ड्स द टेक्नोलॉजी क्रिएशन साइड, तो फिर हमें मैथमेटिक्स का फ़ायदा नज़र नहीं आता। और वाकई जिसने टेक्नोलॉजी क्रिएट नहीं करनी, तो फिर उसको मतलब क्या, उसको ठीक है मैथमेटिक्स नहीं चाहिए, वो फिर कंज्यूमर ही रहेगा। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारा जो इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस है, जब तक हम कंज्यूमर मेंटालिटी से नहीं निकलेंगे, दिस इज़ अ बैड न्यूज़। वैसे अच्छा सेशन करना चाह रहा था, लेकिन जारी बात है रियलिटी चेक भी देना होता है, ठीक है। तो हम अगले फॉरसीबल फ्यूचर जिसको कहते हैं ना, 100 साल भी मेरे फॉरसीबल फ्यूचर है, जब तक हम टेक्नोलॉजी क्रिएशन वाली साइड पे नहीं आएंगे, जिसका मतलब है मैथमेटिक्स, जब तक हम ये नहीं कहेंगे यार हमने चैट जीपीटी सिर्फ यूज़ नहीं करना, चैट जीपीटी बनाना भी है, हमने यूट्यूब सिर्फ यूज़ नहीं करना, यूट्यूब बनाना भी है, हमने सिर्फ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस सीख के कोडिंग कर करके हमने ऐप्स नहीं बनानी, हमने जो है ना वो नई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस भी बनानी है। पाइथन भी किसी ने बनाई है, आर है, रस्ट है, देयर आर सो मेनी लैंग्वेजेस, गो लैंग्वेज, देयर इज अ प्लेथोरा। तब तक हम जो है ना थल्ले लगे रहेंगे, लो टेक्नोलॉजी चेन में हम लो रहेंगे, ओके। बट द थिंग इज, इसका मैं ये हरगिज़ मतलब नहीं है कि आप ये एक दिन में हो जाएगा, और इसका ये मतलब भी नहीं है कि हम टेक्नोलॉजी ऐप्स को यूज़ ना करें। इनफैक्ट मैं तो ये समझता हूँ कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी ऐप्स को यूज़ कर करके यू गेट द आइडिया, like when you use something, then you get the idea how to create it. That's a one way to go it. So the conclusion is that using AI tools, and we will talk about those, and we have talked about it, using it, that's a great job. Even that is something which is like, thanks God somebody is doing it. We are not talking about TikTok, Reels and stuff like that. We are talking about using AI tools to make some real world problems. But the point is, if you think that by just using tools and by just using technology and not creating it, you will have some long-term solution, that's not going to happen. If you want some long-term solution, then you have to go to the technology creation side, and that requires mathematics. There is no scope to mathematics. So from you, and especially from you, the purpose for this point was that my strong wish is, Ahmed, with you, like you said, you don't need mathematics. Okay, leave it for the normal people. Just complete my point. My wish is that you must learn mathematics. Okay, I want you to make ChatGPT, not just use it. That was the purpose of whole debate. But again, everybody is not capable of that. So at least use AI tools, but don't stop there. That's the message. Okay, so here's the conclusion: use AI tools, get the knowledge, what they can do for you. Use it, but don't stop there. Go beyond, and for that you need mathematics. Okay, you want to share something? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what are your thoughts, Ahmed, about this?
Well, when you said that you don't have to learn mathematics for when I say that you don't have to learn mathematics for artificial intelligence, I did not mean that everybody should not learn mathematics for artificial intelligence, but you don't have to go in the thoughts that I don't know mathematics, now I won't be, as you said that it's not everybody can do it. So at least use the tools which are made by engineers, the AI tools, like the tools I just described. So at least use the tools. So don't get into thoughts that no, you don't know the algorithm and you don't know the stuffs, so like the algebra and the stuff. So you don't have to get in the thoughts that oh no, I don't know mathematics, I won't be learning
Exactly,
artificial
I got your
intelligence.
point. That's my conclusion also, that at least use AI tools, learn their use. That is also a learning, that is also a kind of big task. We will open the floor, but don't stop there. And but one thing, even if you are using it, then give the credit to the mathematicians.
Yeah, that's
Give the credit to the mathematicians, that
yeah.
sometimes I want to bow down the mathematicians. Okay, thanks for giving us ChatGPT. Really, when I'm doing the technology, sometimes I want to bow down. Thanks God you gave us an equation, so that we can enjoy that. Okay, so let me do some question answering. Then we will open the floor. So from Mashal,
Yes.
I am interested in knowing that you said that you are in the process of establishing your
Yes.
first brand.
Yes.
So can you tell us about that?
So the progress or what my like business what
Like what is you are establishing? What that brand will do?
Okay. So I have done my research and I have done many surveys and I found out that marketers and market manager struggle to prove ROI accurately and predict future trends. So this is the problem. So I am giving a solution, a product, marketing analytics powered by AI, as you said, magicians, sorry. So I'm developing a product that will be AI powered. It will measure ROI. It will tell you each campaign how much it's generating and how
So
much.
ROI calculation is your main
Yeah.
focus.
And also giving predictive trends.
Okay, can you name some metrics that your system will
so
predict?
for example ROI, CLC, customer
Lifetime value.
yeah, so these are the metrics. These are important for business to know, so that's why I'm developing, and actually this is a really needed problem. That's why I'm solving it. It's not based on assumptions.
Okay, let me explain further. Whenever anybody tries to establish a new business or start a new business, there is one big hell of a fear. What if it fails?
Can I say?
Yeah.
Fear of failure. Fear of
Let
judgment.
me
Yeah, of course.
What if it fails? So for that, one has to calculate many calculations. ROI is written off on investment, and
Yeah.
what will be the cost, what will be the profit, and stuff like that. So she has because she wanted to do business, she faced the problem. This is a very big problem.
Yeah.
This is very difficult to calculate.
Yeah.
So what if we develop some AI or find some tools of AI which can do it for us? This is basically called business planning.
Yeah.
And strategy.
Business planning.
Okay. So you were you wanted to share some point, please.
Okay, so right now I'm in the phase of research in business. So I think that I will be continue my business plans with FI program, and furthermore with platform like Black Hole. And for the business, I think sir, I think what's your name? Sorry, Muhammad Siddiqui. Mr. Muhammad Siddiqui has already explained it. So that's it.
Okay, thanks. So coming to you, Ahmed, if so your main interest is semiconductor chip design. We got it, and you are working on it. Can you explain what are you working on right now? You were telling me something with some supervisor stuff.
Yeah, sure. So I'm working on, as I've told that I'm working on a semiconductor chip project. What is it? It's, as I have told you that, the problem of Hamas, when Israel, you know, because you're a technical person, that when Israel attacked on Hamas, they attacked on the pages and then they blasted. What was the story behind it? That they started from attacking their mobiles, then they shifted over because they have done a fully research that what will be the second thing.
And the main problem is because they could not manufacture it by themselves.
Yeah.
They had to import it from Taiwan.
Let me look that. So what happened there, that they attacked on mobiles, and when because they have done a fully research that if we attack on their mobiles, what will be the next, the tool which they are going to be using? So from the research, the result was that the next tool they are going to be using is pagers. Alright, so indeed, according to their problem, now I am making a semiconductor chip not for pagers but for the modern technologies. You see.
Okay, got it. That is a very, like, I really hope and I will practically what I can do. That's a very good thing to do. That is some azim kaam hai. If we can get the ability, what I little bit of, like, what is chips that we have some ICs or chips, computer chips in everything, like in your cars. The people who drive like the modern cars, तो आप जब जाते हैं वो कहते हैं जी सेंसर उड़ गया है, so that is a chip. या वो कहता है जिसका कंप्यूटर EFI भी वो एक उसका कंप्यूटर, so those are the chips. But one point for with prior apology, Ahmed, that I am personally very against to take inspiration from war. I think we should take inspiration for the betterment of the society.
Let me reply. So
I think we have more to cover.
Okay.
We will come back if we have time.
we have to come back on this thing because it's important.
So okay, what do you think, Ahmed? Is AI optional or mandatory? Like, do you think that the businesses currently who are like in the market, so is AI optional for them or mandatory, or what is your reasoning?
You see that in the future, as you know, that in the future, businesses and everybody who don't know AI, their business will be going down. They won't be able to do any more.
And what's the reason?
Because artificial intelligence is the future. That in the future, everything is going to be working on artificial intelligence. Let me think that before that, in 19s, when the COVID came, I don't know the date, but when the COVID came, after that,
COVID-19, that's why we call it 19.
Yeah, the COVID-19, when the COVID-19 came, after this artificial intelligence is going, it's going and it's very fast. So the people who don't know artificial intelligence won't be achieving their goals, and the businesses won't be doing any more growth. Indeed, they will be, the businesses will be clashing. So everybody needs to learn. This is not optional. This is
mandatory.
Yeah, you have.
Okay,
to learn this.
That's a very good point, and I really believe that everyone has to learn AI. Even I give my own example. I'm a hands-on coder that I do. JavaScript is my language. I do coding. But when ChatGPT came in 2022 November, so then what happened that what I learned in 1 year was being done by ChatGPT with 1 month learning. So my 1 year learning reduced to 1 month learning. But let me complete. But then that was a heartbreaking for me. But then I realized, because I am a logical person. So then I learned AI. And now in my process flow, I use AI and it generates code for me. And then I refine it. So I myself has started relying on ChatGPT or these code generating AI for those tasks which I had already learned. But why? Because they do it faster. That's the thing. Because business, the most important thing is business time. If you can do same thing faster in less time, you will win. And if you will do same thing in you will take more time, you will be wiped out. That's the biggest thing. I think this is a lesson for you. Time is really the money.
Yeah,
Time is really the money.
Time is really
Okay,
important.
you wanted to say something, or should we move?
You added the point. So I want to when you said that it's optional. So I have one thing more to say. Is that the thing which you used to learn in 5-7 months, it could be done in just 5 minutes with artificial intelligence. With
the
AI
time
now.
factor, yes. So Mashal, if I ask you that, have you ever thought about that, what is the best marketing strategy for a startup?
Okay,
Any thoughts on that?
So many people confuse this. They say, what is the perfect market strategy, or what market strategy should I go with? But there are different fields in business, as you know. Some may be engineers, some may be food, some may be AI. So it's different for each fields. Like for example, for a jewelry company, you can put it in a social media. It will be trending and it will generate you revenue. But for analytics and B2B business, you can't say the same. It's different.
I am glad that you use the word B2B. and
Yeah,
that's-
of course, because my business is the same.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Exactly, because you are developing
Yeah.
services
We-
which other businesses will
Yeah.
use, not the end consumers.
Yeah, we
Very
are
good.
providing.
So, like your conclusion is that it depends on the nature of the
Yeah,
business or
yeah,
type of
yeah,
business. For
that's-
some, social media is the best strategy, and for
Yeah.
some, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very balanced approach. I like it. Okay, Ahmed, coming back to you. There is a huge fear that AI is taking jobs.
Oh,
So, what have you
interesting.
any thoughts on that?
That's a very good question. And you see,
That's
technically,
why I asked.
artificial
carry on.
intelligence is, not taking jobs, but it, in the fact, indeed, is even making more jobs. You know why? Because, if it's even taking over the jobs, who is going to, design the artificial intelligence? There is someone who is making artificial intelligence, and that is human. Artificial intelligence can't reach the mind, the mind which we have. Artificial intelligence can't reach that. So in this, artificial intelligence is not taking over jobs, but indeed it's making even more jobs. Engineering and stuff.
So, like your answer is that I think it is taking some jobs, but it is also creating
Yeah,
new
it's
jobs.
creating
So
some
it can be
new
balanced out. Okay, for you.
I just want to add a thing. When I was researching on my business, I searched that, is my business model going to take over market managers? Are they going to be mad at me? So, but according to my research, it said no, it's not going to take over their job. It's going to make their job easy.
Yeah, so they will be happy.
Yeah, they will be happy with me.
If they are open-minded. That's
Yeah.
that's the key. Okay, for just a tidbit of information that technology has always erupted some jobs. The printing press is such a big example, and when photograph come, then the painter said, oh, ये तो बहुत गलत, ये तो art नहीं है. Then we see that we have photography competitions.
Yeah.
I don't know whether somebody know here or not that there is a concept of exchange. I would like anybody from the audience who know the concept of exchange. Anybody have ever called to another city and through an exchange? Okay. So बहुत पहले यानी 1950s में what happened that when we used to call to another city, there were human exchanges. What happened that in the telephone network, between the city there were humans which were all women. वो काम सिर्फ औरतों को देते थे उस तरह का, क्योंकि बैठने वाला काम था. And what they used to do, they literally had plugs. Okay, so you call them, she will receive your call. Okay, where you have to talk to? You have to talk to Chicago. You are calling from New York. Okay, she will take out a plug and put into another plug. Okay, unplug it from here. That was literally used to happen, and that was a job. That was a full-time job. And here we are, we even not using. I think it is now that WhatsApp call has become first and SIM call has become second. I think we can say that. Okay, so another question. We talk too much about the benefits of AI. So are there any danger, or not danger but drawbacks of AI, like using AI? Let me refine my question. Do you think that sometimes it is better to not use AI and do it manually?
Well, it depends. Like, give me some example. What you mean by that?
For example, there is a task and you have two options. A human can do it manually and an AI can do it. So is there any case where it is better to do it not with AI but manually?
Well,
Where human is still better than AI?
in my opinion, let's say a human will do that task in 1 hour, while AI will do that task in just 20 or 10.
So we should use AI always.
So what you prefer, that a AI which could do that exact task in 10 or 20 minutes, and the AI which will do it in 1 hour? So what do you think, which is better? No, the AI. So but some tasks are like which you have to suppose to do manually, because you see artificial intelligence can't do everything. You see, you have to double check, as I have told.
Yeah. That's my point, and that's the key takeaway. AI is your assistant, not your boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's your employee.
In the end, you are using AI,
Yeah.
and there is a problem which is called over reliance on AI.
Yeah.
So AI is your assistant. You have to always have to check its work before forwarding it. That's the key to use AI. I think we should end here, or any ending remarks? Any ending remarks from your side? Or should we open the floor? Because I think I see many people are going away.
Okay, so for my remarks are that please, whenever you are starting a business, please don't be scared. Just start. There's no perfect plan. If you are saying no, I've done this and this is not perfect, just start. Give it action, take an action. And one more thing, have a proper mindset. If you fail, it's okay. Stand again. If you fail, stand again. That's the mindset you should have. And one thing more, don't let your ego fail your life. Like if you are saying that no, I have master in this, and no, I'm not going to do sell in the market. I'm not going to open a store just because of your ego. Don't do that. It will ruin your life. And that's it.
Yeah, that's a good advice.
Okay.
Ahmed, do you want to have any
Yes.
ending remarks?
So think I would like to tell everybody, including my target audience, will be the students who are starting the freelancing and stuff. So what I recommend to them, that learn artificial intelligence, learn the basics of artificial intelligence. How could you use artificial intelligence? Because artificial intelligence is the future. As you talk about the engineering and stuff, so they have to go in the mathematics and the algebra and in functions and in expressions and stuff. But you don't have. But the beginners, if they go in their stuff, they will be fully confused, and at the end they will be saying, well, artificial intelligence is so complicated, now I don't want to do artificial intelligence, and that will ruin their life. So
Yeah, that's
don't go in so much thing.
Yeah, in some sense it's true, in a great sense. Okay, let's end here, open the floor. I just want to tell you, maybe interesting for you guys, that my master's in autonomous vehicles, driverless cars. So I am even taking the jobs of the drivers even. So if any people find it interesting and want to ask questions, so that's why I put it there. Okay, so let's have question answers.
Okay, that's great. Nice to hear you both. It's lovely. Okay, but again, I'm a mathematician and I will ask question again. So you showed slides and you showed AI tools and define a lot of terms. Don't you think that you can define all these things much better if you know mathematics?
Well, personally, I'm working as I have told you my background, I am working on semiconductor chip. So personally, I am working on mathematics. You know why? Because personally, when I am making a semiconductor chip, I have to learn a lot of mathematics thing. You know why? Because I learn just because of my semiconductor chip project. I learned K-map, cargo maps. I learned Boolean algebra, how the expressions, how the function f, how those things work. Just because I am building.
Okay, Ahmed, can you define De Morgan's law?
Well, that's a great question, and I have been working on that. So you see that on that there is an Ohm's law. You see on that, let's see if you have a mathematics operation. It basically defines the weight of it. You see. That's how it
No,
works.
I think it's different. Okay.
Okay.
No.
So, and you mentioned the Boolean algebra. Okay, can you?
Let me answer his question first. So you see, the Morgan's law, that is not related to
No,
my
not Morgan's law. It's called De Morgan's law.
yeah. You know why I can't spell it? Because the reason is that it's not
No,
I'm not. It's not related to.
I'm
it's
not
rela-
interested in spelling.
It's not
I'm
related to my
interested in the
subject.
concept.
I'm working on the thing I need
It's
to
no.
know.
It's a law inside Boolean algebra. And I tell you, it's
Yeah.
like a plus b whole complement equals a complement
Yeah.
and b complement. So it basically the or becomes and.
You see.
This is the main concept.
Yeah,
You
nice
see,
teaching, but I thought
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with the help of De Morgan's law, it is interesting for you that what happens that AND gate
yeah,
can be implemented by OR gate and nots.
yeah,
So if you want to implement an AND logic, but you don't have AND gate, you have OR gate and nots, then there is a way out, and that's very interesting. Anyways,
that's really interesting. But Ahmed, can I ask you what was your fields?
I am working on semiconductor chip, and he's fully right that it comes in the Boolean algebra, but I don't have to. I know.
okay. We can check it later.
It comes
We can
in
check
the
it later.
rules of Boolean algebra, so I don't have to go in that much details. Like like if I ask you a question right now, which is not related to field, let me say, what is FPGAs?
Yeah.
What will you answer?
Okay, it's like a ABCD for me.
Yeah.
Field, programmable, gate, arrays. Okay.
How,
Okay, let's move forward.
Let's.
मैं काफ़ी टाइम से आप सबको सुन रही हूँ, तो मैं भी बिज़नेस कर रही हूँ, तो आपने हमारे वाले मसले को बिल्कुल साइड पे छोड़ दिया है। आप मुझे ये समझाएं, मैं AI के थ्रू
Good
कैसे
question.
बिज़नेस कर सकती हूँ, क्योंकि ना मुझे तो मैथ्स आती हैं। जैसे बचपन में सिर्फ हमें 14 नुकात और राशिद मिन्हास के कारनामे ही पढ़ाए गए, तो अब हमारी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करें कि हम किस तरह अपने बिज़नेस को AI के थ्रू आगे लेके जा सकते हैं।
हाँ जी, उसके लिए इन्होंने कुछ देखें। पहली बात तो ये है, जैसे इन्होंने आपको गाइडेंस दी कि आपको ये हर टास्क के लिए आपको आजकल कोई ना कोई AI टूल मिल जाएगा। तो अब देखें ना कि बिज़नेस के की फंक्शंस क्या होते हैं। सबसे पहले तो बिज़नेस प्लानिंग होती है। उसके लिए जैसे मशाल ने बताया ROI वगैरह के कैलकुलेशन, कुछ टूल्स होंगे भी, जो नहीं होंगे तो वो बना रही है। मैट्रिक्स, या सॉरी, थैंक्स फॉर करेक्टिंग। उसके अलावा मार्केटिंग है। मार्केटिंग के लिए देखें, आपको कंटेंट जनरेट करना है, वो आपको चैट GPT कर देगा, एंड देयर आर मैनी अदर्स। इवन कैनवा है, कैनवा पे भी AI पावर्ड है, जो आपको ग्राफिक्स आपने मतलब मार्केटिंग करनी है, पोस्ट लगानी है।
बिजनेस हमेशा छोटी सतह से शुरू किया जाता है ना। फिर मैं समझती हूँ कि जब हम मेहनत करते हैं, टाइम देते हैं, तो फिर एक टाइम पे पहुँचे। लेकिन अभी मेरे पास जो ख़वातीन KP में काम कर रही हैं, जो इस्लामाबाद है मेरे पास, वो मैं नहीं जानती कि वो AI या चैट GPT के बारे में जानती भी होंगी। जस्ट वो ये जानती हैं कि एक प्रोडक्ट है हमारे पास और उसको हमने मार्केट में सेल करना है।
अब देखें ना, मार्केट में अगर सेल करना है तो मार्केटिंग करनी है ना।
हाँ, मार्केटिंग करनी है, लेकिन उन तक ये बात कैसे पहुंचेगी? मैं आपसे सिर्फ ये पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि सही है, यहाँ पे जो लोग बैठे हुए हैं वो तो AI के बारे में जानते हैं, हम कह देंगे कि हाँ ठीक है, लेकिन जिनको रियल में इस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है, उन तक ये बात कैसे पहुँचेगी? एक ये बात, और ये छोटे जो बच्चे जो शुरू से हम चाह रहे हैं कि मिसाल के तौर पर मशाल जैसे 13 तक बिजनेस एज से शुरू कर रही हैं, तो ये तक कहीं 30 तक जाके अपना बिजनेस स्टेबल कर पाएंगी। मैं
सॉरी 30 तक
या
नहीं, why not? I wish in 15 16
या मैंने खुद से
लेकिन हम श्योर नहीं है कि फेलियर कितने बार आएगा, हम कितने
मैं ये समझती हूँ कि जितना बिजनेस अर्ली शुरू किया जाए तो हम उतना जल्दी अपने कामयाबी तक हम पहुँच सकते हैं। ये ना है कि हम पढ़ने लग जाए और फिर हम साथ में बिजनेस ना करें। तो अगर हमें बिजनेस करना है तो मैं एजुकेशन के साथ
थोड़ा सा मैं आपसे थोड़ा सा मतलब आपके क्वेश्चन को इस तरह एड्रेस करूंगा कि देखें वही वाली बात है कि सारे इंसान एक जैसे नहीं होते, ठीक है। और सोसाइटी में देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच इज कॉल्ड डाइवर्सिटी। डाइवर्सिटी से मुराद ये है कि हमने हर बंदे को एक ही काम पे नहीं लगाना। उसमें 3 चीज़ें हैं, जैपनीज़ हम बात भी कर रहे थे, तो जैपनीज़ का एक कॉन्सेप्ट है कैरियर काउंसलिंग का ना कि उसमें 3 चीज़ें आपने देखनी है। एक तो बच्चे का एप्टीट्यूड देखना है, मैं टीचिंग से भी वाबस्ता रहा हूँ, तो एप्टीट्यूड देखना है, डिमांड देखनी है और उसका पैशन देखना है। ये 3 चीज़ें जहाँ इकट्ठी हो जाएं तो फिर वो काम बच्चे ने करना है। तो अब यह है कि कुछ लोग होते हैं जो होते ही शुरू से फिलोसफर या थ्योरेटिकल टाइप के होते हैं, उनको बिजनेस में डालना उनके साथ ज्यादती है, उनके साथ भी ज्यादती है और सोसाइटी के साथ भी ज्यादती है, क्योंकि क्या पता फ्यूचर का आइंस्टाइन होता, उसको तो आपने मतलब उस पर लगा दिए। इसी तरह एक बंदा है जो नहीं करना चाह रहा रिसर्च, उसका ना माइंड है ना एप्टीट्यूड है, उसको आप मैथमेटिक्स पढ़ाई जा रहे हैं। असल प्रॉब्लम यह है कि हमारे यहाँ जो असल प्रॉब्लम है ना, जो आपका जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको मैं कहूँगा असल प्रॉब्लम हमारे यहाँ यूनिफॉर्मिटी का है। यूनिफॉर्मिटी का है कि हम कहते हैं बस एक सांचा है, ये सारे बच्चे यहाँ पे जाएं, सारे एक जैसे बन जाएं। हमें इसका हल जो है वो ये है कि हमें बहुत शुरू से इन अर्ली स्टेज आई वुड से प्राइमरी में हमें ना सेगमेंटेशन करनी चाहिए। हमें बच्चों को देखना चाहिए यार ये बच्चा जो है ना बिजनेस के लिए सूटेबल है, ये थ्योरी के लिए सूटेबल है, ये जो है आर्ट्स की तरफ सूटेबल है, और ये मतलब इस तरह करके फिर उनको उनके डायरेक्शन में चलाते रहे। दैट्स सही अप्रोच है। ओके, थैंक यू।
Any questions?
Okay, so he asked, okay, just tell us something about Boolean algebra so that we have some idea.
He's an
Your father asked actually. Sorry. Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
I skip it because I don't want people to be confused, but now I'm going to go in details what is Boolean algebra. You see, in Boolean algebra, before you understand Boolean algebra, you have to understand the rules of Boolean algebra. There are some rules. The first is the AND gate, the AND rule, then the OR rule, then the distributive law rule, then the associative law rule. So according to that rule, let's say if a function f, there is a problem, there is an expression, and you want to solve it. So what you do, you are following those rules on what those rules say. It's not only rules, but it's like, let's say if you wanna change the places, if there is a expression, it's in brackets, and you wanna change their places, what rule are you going to use it for? So for that like you see in OR gate there are rules which you could use. So those rules gives you benefits on how could you use Boolean algebra. And the one thing I also talk about K-map, a Boolean expression could give you an answer, but it could be even more simplified version of it if you use K-map for it. Yeah, and that's it. So I prefer when there is a logic or this expression, you simplify it on Boolean algebra, you get a answer. But technically, it is a right answer, but it's not that simplified as it could be simplified. So what you do, you use the K-map rules, and according to that rules, it gives you a solid and the simplified version of it. What's the benefit of it? The benefit is the in my practical subject, semiconductor chip. what happened that for the speed of semiconductor chip, for the respawn of semiconductor chip, what you use cargo maps and Boolean algebra, which it does that the logic is that if there is less gates, what it do that every gate takes its time to process. So if there is less gates, which will be done with Boolean algebra and K-map, if there is less gate, the semiconductor chip will respond fast. The second thing, which is also the feature of my semiconductor chip, is LPD, low power design. The logic is that if there is less gate, that will consume low power, which is called low power consumption, that will consume low power. At the meantime, it will be producing high performance.
That's great, lovely. So, yeah, that's lovely. Tell us also about some quantum computers and quantum maybe conductors or something like that. I don't know about that.
Quantum
Well-
conductor is not a thing.
You see, currently I am not focused on quantum computing as on my, a semiconductor chip is a long process of making. You have to go by step and step. The first step which I have done was understanding the logic gates, then FPGAs. What will be the method I am going to my semiconductor chip? Then what I did a full research on that. Research is not called that you will be publishing your research on website. Research is called education level. So you see, I done my research, then I found out with my supervisor, which have done a PhD and he's an industry leader in semiconductor chip. We found out that we will use Bodepitlol. It's a tool. He knows it because he's a technical person. We also discuss it. So what it do that it detects an error. Let's see if an error is going into a semiconductor chip. It will detect it. It will solve it. It's called real-time threat detection. Now let me talk about that. Why am I using field programmable gate arrays? What's the reason behind it? So you see, when you are making a semiconductor chip, you will need trillions of millions of US dollars, which if you make that semiconductor chip and if there is even a small problem in that, what will happen that chip is now being wasted. So for that you use FPGAs. So it's almost like 97% exact same to the results which is going to be same when the semiconductor chip is made. So yeah, that's for me. And yeah,
I think let me explain it. It's interesting what he's talking.
Yeah.
Just taking your point. So FPGA is a kind of hardware in which we have gates, okay, gate arrays, and these are programmable. Okay, so like every digital electronic logic is basically can be reduced. Good term, reduction can be reduced to gates. So if you design any digital chip, it can be implemented by some gates. And what happens in FPGA programming? It has its own programming language, which is very long. What it does that it goes to the gate level and it switches on and switches off some gates. So by switching on and switching off right configuration of gates, the same logic of your chip is now implemented inside the FPGA. And the benefit what he was talking about is that because it is programmable, now you implemented your chip logic in the FPGA, you tested it. If it is correct, then it can go to the chip manufacturing and your FPGA is now washable. It is not that the program will remain there forever. Now, because it is reprogrammable, so now you can program it for another chip designs. So that's how it reduces your development cost. That's the thing.
Yep, you know, he was all right. Like, he said all the things right because he's also a technical person. But when you're using FPGAs, free programmable get ALS, the other thing which make it efficient, currently the developing process I'm going through is that, you see, I'm currently using FPGA combined with border patrol. So what it does that with FPGAs, I know like the real data. You see that as much as through my courses and through my research, I know that FPGA tells you that it's almost 97% results are same to a chip which is basically made in the manufacturing company, which is made correctly. So you see, for that, when the chip is built then you will use border patrol to detect that if the error is going in, it would detect it, and if the error is going out, it would detect it, and it will solve it with the help of real-time threat detection. So there's just, I'm including that. So you see, he forgot it. So we both are technical persons.
That's some
Okay.
really
You see.
technical stuff.
Yeah, I think people are getting bored. Okay, any more questions?
I see so interesting faces.
Any more questions, or someone who is afraid that his job will be taken away by AI or already taken away? Okay, let's close this. Okay, over to you, Nair.
Yeah, I would like to add.
First of all, I personally want to thank every member of the audience for coming, for giving us the pleasure of your presence. Thanks a lot. Over to you, Nair.
ये हमारा सर दिसंबर में मेरे ख्याल आपसे मेरी बात हुई थी, है ना? हाँ, मेरे ये अहमद और मिशाल और तो और भी भाई हैं, जब हमारा द ब्लैक होल का यहाँ पे विंटर कैंप चल रहा था तो दे अप्रोच्ड, तो ज़ाहिर है बहुत से लोग रब्ता करते हैं, लेकिन देयर वाज समथिंग स्पेशल अबाउट दीज गाइस, क्योंकि यूजली बच्चों के वालिदैन या बड़े बहन भाई रब्ता करके कहते हैं कि कोई स्लॉट अवेलेबल है, यानी ज़रा लिमिटेड सीट्स होती हैं ना, तो इन दोनों ने खुद अपना केस परसू किया कि नहीं, वी आर वेरी इंटरेस्टेड और हम चाहते हैं कि हम यहाँ पे सीखें. तो आई फेल्ट वेरी हैप्पी, वेरी इनकरेज्ड, क्योंकि ये जो नई नस्ल है यही हमारा फ्यूचर है. अच्छा, मैं ये ऐड करना चाहूँगा और शायद ज़्यादातर लोग इत्तेफाक ही करेंगे, मैंने भी स्कूल में पढ़ा, कॉलेज में, यूनिवर्सिटी तक, और लोग भी ज़ाहिर आप प्रोफेशनल भी हैं. हमारे यहाँ कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं क्लियर होती, ज़्यादातर पेरेंट्स या इर्द गिर्द के लोग बताते हैं आप ये कर लें, आप वो कर लें, तो बच्चों को आम तौर पे बच्चों से पूछा भी नहीं जाता कि आप क्या करना चाहते हैं या आपका इंटरेस्ट किस चीज़ में है. बच्चे भी बाज़ औक़ात सोचते हैं कि बड़ा ही फ़ैसला करेंगे, लेकिन अहमद और मिशाल के केस में हमने ये देखा कि दे आर वेरी क्लियर हेडेड, दे नो कि हमने कहाँ पर जाना है, दे हैव डिफाइंड, दे हैव एक्चुअली एक्सप्लोर्ड एंड डिस्कवर्ड देयर पैशन, और फिर ज़ाहिर है कि वो उस पर लगे हुए हैं. और ये चीज़ इतनी अहम है ना, और ये हमारे पेरेंट्स के लिए भी, मेरे लिए भी, हम सब के लिए, हमारे टीचर्स के लिए भी अहम है कि हम बच्चों को अपना जो उनके अंदर जो कुदरती स्पार्क है, हम उनको इनकरेज करें कि वो खुद पहचानें और अपने लिए डायरेक्शन सोचें, क्योंकि जब किसी चीज़ में आपकी दिलचस्पी होती है तो फिर आप उसमें खुशी से, वो फिर आपके लिए बोझ नहीं होता, वो आपका पैशन, फिर आपका जब प्रोफेशन बनता है तो फिर वो आप अपनी उम्र लगा देते हैं उसमें खुशी खुशी. तो ये दोनों जो बच्चे हैं, आई वुड लाइक टू कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट, इनको तो मैं अप्रिशिएट ज़रूर करूँगा, लेकिन मैं इनके पेरेंट्स को भी कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करना चाहूँगा, शुक्रिया भी अदा करना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने हमें एक मिसाल दी है कि अपने बच्चों पर एतमाद करें और उनके लिए रास्ता जो है फैसिलिटेट करें कि वो अपने लिए खुद ही राह जो है वो मुंतखब करें और उस पर जाएं. और बस जो शौक़ है, जो जुस्तजू है, जो मेहनत है, वो एज पर डिपेंड नहीं करती, और आज की दुनिया में तो ये बात साबित हो चुकी है, एक मरतबा फिर साबित हुई है. तो बस आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक यू अहमद, मिशाल, इनके पेरेंट्स.
I want to add in point. So ये इवेंट हमने इसलिए किया کیا ہوا تھا کہ ہم ینگ کو بھی موٹیویٹ کریں, لیکن زیادہ تر ہم پیرنٹس کو بتائیں کہ لائک میرے فادر یہ ہمیں اسٹوری کرتے تھے کہ لائک اگر آپ کہے فش, لائن, مونکی یا اور اینیملس کو کہ سوئمنگ کرو, اور جو پہلے ہوگا وہ فرسٹ ہو جائے گا, تو اوبیسلی فش ون کرے گا, کیونکہ فش اس فیلڈ میں زیادہ ایکسپیرینس ہے. جب آپ کہیں گے کہ ٹریز میں آپ رن کریں گے تو مونکیز آف کورس ون کریں گے. تو اس طرح ہر بچے کی اپنی پوٹینشیل ہوتی ہے اور اسکلز ہوتی ہے. لائک اب ہمارے بابا نے ہمیں فورس نہیں کیا تھا کہ ہم احمد, میں اور حمزہ سب ایک فیلڈ میں کام کریں, سب انجینئر بنے, سب ڈاکٹرز بنے. ہمیں الگ الگ فیلڈس دیے ہوئے, اور ایز اکارڈنگ ٹو اوور اسکلز اینڈ پوٹینشیل ہم اپنی فیلڈ میں بہت زیادہ کام کر رہے ہیں. سو دیٹس دا امپورٹنٹ تھنگ ایوری پیرنٹ شوڈ نو.
زبردست یار, کتنی وائز ورڈز ہیں, کتنی اہم اس کے اندر لیسن ہے ہم سب کے لیے. اور زبردست احمد, مشال, ونڈرفل, کیپ اٹ اپ. اینڈ وی ایوری ون ہیئر ایٹ دا بلیک ہول آپ کے لیے آپ کو گڈ لک کہتا ہے, اور فنگرس کراسڈ.
یہ پوائنٹ تھوڑا سا امپورٹنٹ ہے, سوری ٹائم بڑھ رہا ہے. یہ اصل میں ٹیچنگ بھی کرتا رہا ہوں, کیریئر کاؤنسلنگ بھی کرتا رہا ہوں, تو میں نے ورڈ یوز کیا ایکاگائی, جاپنیز ایک ہے. سو 3 چیزیں, ایپٹیٹیوڈ, بچے کا ایپٹیٹیوڈ, بچے کا پیشن, کیونکہ ہو سکتا ہے اس کو ایپٹیٹیوڈ کچھ اور میں ہو لیکن پیشن کچھ اور ہو, وہ بھی ہوتا ہے. اور ڈیمانڈ, مطلب پھر ظاہری بات ہے کہ پھر مارکیٹ ڈیمانڈ بھی ہو, تو تینوں چیزیں میچ کرنی ہوتی ہیں. تو یہ بڑا ایک اچھا, جو بھی پیرنٹس ہیں وہ اس کو سرچ بھی کر سکتے ہیں, یہ کافی ایک اسٹرکچرڈ چیز بن چکی ہے. اچھا,
تو اس میں بتایا ہوا تھا کہ
I just wanted to end it. Sorry, ہم بعد میں بات کر سکتے ہیں, میرے خیال سے لمبا. اور میں صرف ایک ہنٹ دینا چاہ رہا تھا کہ جو بچے ہیں وہ اپنے جو پیرنٹس ہیں وہ اپنے بچوں کی کیریئر کاؤنسلنگ کے لیے یہ ایک گائیڈ ہے, 3 چیزیں, ایپٹیٹیوڈ, ڈیمانڈ اور پیشن, ایکاگائی. تو اس سے بہت ہیلپ ہوگی. تھینک یو.
اسٹارٹ فرام دا پیرنٹس.
چلیں, لیٹس کال اٹ.
ونڈرفل.